Hey Steve, this is Alex with Diamond Digital Marketing, and I wanted to produce this website review for you. We're going to cover a few things that you can do to improve your rankings on Google. I'll keep it short. I know you're busy and I don't want to waste your time, so feel free to take these tips and put them to use, and I look forward to following up with you and get your thoughts on them. All right, we're going to cover those three things: content, citations, and backlinks. We always like to start with content first because with Google, content is king. And we've got your website pulled up here, and it's a good looking site. Looks like you do some great work. There's just not a lot of content here on this homepage, and we really recommend having about 1,000 to 1,500 words on the homepage and about 500 to 750 words on the back pages. And the reason for this is you need authoritative and unique content that's relevant to your industry in your location with some local keywords. So, for example, when someone searches for epoxy floors in Findlay, Ohio, Google's really looking to send that search to a site that's relevant, meaning that it has that phrase in their website somewhere. And these are buyer intent keywords, and those are the ones you really want to focus on. Now, pulling up one of your competitors here, this is United Concrete Doctor. Decent looking site, couple hundred words of content, but easily outdoable. Over here, we got Epoxy Coatings, another competitor. Again, good looking, decent looking site. Yours actually looks much better and you have a little bit more content. So another one here, Epoxy Flooring in Findlay. This is actually a lead generating website. Someone in my industry created this and is renting it out to someone in your industry. And this is kind of what you're looking for, the layout with a call to action up here, a bunch of content. The thing that this is missing is like the actual keywords. This has just national keywords, so it won't really get you some local traffic there. Now, moving on to the tool we like to use called Ahrefs. We've got your site pulled up here. This really lets us see what's working well for websites and what's not. And it just looks like we've got 0 organic keywords and no organic traffic coming to your website, meaning when someone types those phrases into Google, they're not finding your website. Over here at United Concrete Doctor, they've got 15 organic keywords and no organic traffic as well. Epoxy coatings, pretty similar. It looks like the industry is still growing in your area, so there's not as much traffic. I did some research on here, and we'll go through the keywords a little bit more, but Concrete Doctor is actually ranking for their name. But over here at Epoxy Coating Ohio, Epoxy Flooring Toledo, you can tell that gets searched for 30 times a month. It's not hard to rank for at all, keyword difficulty of 0, and they're in the 27th spot for that. So if you're open to doing some work in Toledo, there's definitely a lot more traffic up there. Still not a ton, but there's more than there is in the Findlay area. You can tell here, Flooring Toledo, Ohio, 70 searches a month. It's a little bit more difficult to rank for at 15. They're in the 84th position, but that's kind of what you want to look for. And another competitor here, Good Guys. It's an okay looking site. Yours looks way better. Couple hundred words of content. They're beating you out a little bit on that. But again, over here in Ahrefs, they don't have too much going on. I think your industry is just definitely still growing in that area. Now, moving on to citations. When you type those buyer intent keywords into a Google search, the first thing you'll see here are Google ads or pay-per-click. So Good Guys is actually staying up here. They're paying to be at the top here. So it just depends on what you want to rank for. So they're paying for Epoxy Flooring Findlay, Ohio, per click. Every time someone clicks on there, their budget gets depleted. The second area here, this is the GMB, and this is where citations come into play. The citation is your business's name, address, and phone number listed across the web in different directories on pages like yellowpages.com, Facebook, LinkedIn, ypbbb.org. There's hundreds of them out there, and it's not hard to do. It's just tedious and really time consuming. This is another tool called Whitespark that researches these citations. We can tell here you've got 13. Classy Coatings, another competitor we found, has 22. Good Guys only has 4. And you're actually doing okay here on the Google Map Pack. You're showing up for Epoxy Flooring Findlay, Ohio. So good job there with the citations. But what you really want to do is see where your competition's getting listed at. If you're going after the competition in Toledo, see where they're getting listed at, and go after all those directories, and then about 100 more so that they can't catch up. And the third element we want to cover is backlinks. Going back over here to Ahrefs, a backlink is just any other websites pointing back to your website. It's kind of like a popularity contest with Google. The more backlinks you have pointing back at you, the more relevant your website is. But not all backlinks are created equal. You want the websites to be relevant content to yours. You don't necessarily want to have a backlink from a caterer, for example. And similar to the citations, what you want to do here is go to the competition and see where they're getting backlinks. And see over here, Epoxy Flooring Findlay, that lead generating website, they've actually got 93 backlinks, which is the most out of your competition here. And what you want to do, again, go in here and see where the competition is getting links from. Go after sites that are just as powerful as those, if not more, and then go after a bunch more so that they can't catch up. Citations will sometimes create these backlinks for you. Sometimes directories will. Linking back from other websites for like your friends. See Easy Local right here. That's a directory that's linking back. And then commenting on blogs with content that's relevant to yours will also help with that. So in closing, we want to recap what we went over. You're really looking for about 1,000 to 1,500 words of content with keywords on the homepage and 500 to 750 on the back service pages. Citations, you want to get in here into as many directories as your competition is in, and then about 100 more so that you're staying at top of this map pack and they can't catch up. And backlinks, you want to go back and see where your competition is getting links from, go after all of those, and then a bunch more again so that Google sees you as the authority when someone's searching for epoxy flooring in Findlay, Ohio. And citations will sometimes give you these backlinks, commenting on blogs, and asking friends to link back from their sites. And if you implement these 3 strategies, you can most definitely start outranking the competition on Google. I hope that you found this video informative, and again, feel free to take these tips and do what you can to improve your traffic with them. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to following up with you and getting your thoughts to see if you'd like to know more on how we can help grow your business with these strategies.